Hello viewers, welcome to Emmanuel Maths Academy. So in the previous video, we were able to look at and introduce the topic variation. We looked at the types of variation, direct variation, inverse variation, which is also known as indirect variation. We looked at joint variation, and today we'll be looking at another type of variation, which is the partial variation. Partial variation exists when a quantity is partly constant and partly varies with another quantity. It is expressed as the sum of two parts, right? Look at what I mean. When you say that, when you have two variables, you say that maybe two variables are A and B. I say that A varies, or maybe A is partly constant and varies directly as B. It is expressed as A is equal to, if the constants are K, maybe K and H, you have A equal to K plus equals to H plus K, right? You now have the second variable, right? Now it is said that A is partly constant and partly varies as what? B. You can have another statement which says that A is, or maybe A varies partly, or A partly varies as B and C. Now it will be expressed as A varies partly as B and C. A partly varies as B and also partly varies also as C, right? Now let's look at this example on the board. It says S is partly constant and partly varies as Y. Express S in terms of Y and constants H and K. I, given that X equal to 4 when Y equal to 9 and that X equal to 6 when Y equal to 12, calculate the value of H and K. Then I, find the value of X when Y is equal to 24. Now, solution. Now, take a look. The first statement says X is partly constant and partly varies as Y. Full stop. Express X in terms of Y and constant H and K. Now, mathematically written as X equal to what? H plus K. Then Y. This is the expression. This is the expression. Now, we have that from this, that X is what? 4 when Y is 9. Means that X is for 4 when Y is what? 9. 9K, right? And also X is what? X is 6 when Y is what? 12. So this is your equation 1. This is your equation 2. You solve these two linear equations simultaneously, right? So what do? You make H the solid of the formula from equation 1. If you make H the solid of the formula here, we have H equal to what? H equal to 4 minus 9K. You now substitute the value of this in the second equation. You can call this equation 3. You now have 6 equal to 4 minus 9K plus 12K, right? You have, if 4 should come to this side, you have 6 minus 4 will give you 2. Equal to what? 12 minus 9 will give you 3. 3K. That means K is equal to 2 over 3. As simple as that. Now, to get the value of what? The value of your H. Now substitute the value of K in this equation. Equation 3. Right? Now, from this, H is equal to what? 4 minus 9. What's your K? 2 over 3. If 9 cancel 3, you have 3. Right? Now have H equal to 4 minus 3 times 2 will give you 6. H is equal to what? Minus 2. Right? H is equal to what? Minus 2. Is that correct? Now the second part says, this is the first part, which is I. Now the second part, which is I, says that, let me clean up here. Find the value of x when y is equal to 24. I. From the equation which says x equal to h plus ky. We should find the value of what? Y. X equal to what? What's our h? Our h is minus 2. Plus, what's our k? Our k is what? 2 over 3. Then, what's our y? Our y is 24. Right? From this, you have minus 2 plus 2 times 24 will give you 48. 48 divided by 3 will give you what? 16. Right? You now have that x is equal to what? Minus 2 plus 16 will give you what? 14. This implies that when y is equal to 24, the value of x is what? 14. As simple as that. This is your final answer.